Welcome back to another advanced GameMaker Studio tutorial, and this time I wanted to show you an easy slider. So this is what you're gonna get in the end, and the idea behind it is not too complicated. And what I'm gonna show you is how to do this slider thing. Let's say for it was actually 6 planets. Then you can do this kind of thing, and of course the movement is an ease function, so definitely looks better here. And I'm going to show you this in the tutorial, so stay tuned. This is OneUp Indie. I am the developer of the indie game Clunky and a programmer / pixel artist. So if you are new here and you want more, consider subscribing to my channel, because I upload almost every day or every second day a video, and share my stuff if you can, because that would be pretty sweet. Of course, like and comment if you can, because this is how it's showing YouTube this stuff is relevant. So let's get right into the good stuff. And before that, so you understand actually what's going on here, I have indexes. No, because this is how I do it. This is actually the idea behind it. I have a position to the left, a position to the middle, and one to the right, and they have index positions, and the indexes are just like those planets, because this is one sprite, and the sprite looks like this. So it's having like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, thing like this. And what I'm gonna do, I do a movement, and then for example I hot swap after the movement is almost done, or if it's done, I hot swap those index positions, and then I reset the parameter, which I call shift. So this is a thing which is going to the left or to the right, and therefore, as you can see, I'm having a 0, 1, 2 position of the indexes. And then for example, if I'm going to the left, then I add an index to here. For example, this one was 0, now it's 1. I'm going even more to the left, then it's getting bigger and bigger, and at some point you're hitting a number which is 5, because it's between index position 0 to 5, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then of course you need to, because this sprite ends here, therefore we need to do this and reset it to the start position, which is a 0. And the same thing if we go to the left. So this is the thing. For example, we are having 0, and now we cannot go to a lower value than 0, and therefore we go to the highest one, which we're having. This is 5. And they, as you can see, they're just getting swapped. This is the idea behind, and therefore, so you can actually see that in action. I'm just having 3. And let's make that a little bit bigger. We're having this planet sprite, so as you can see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we just give it the left position index, the right position index, the middle, and the right one, and then we just say, hey, x plus our position to the left, to the right, and to the middle, and those are just minus 180 to the left, while middle is 0, and then 180, because it is relative where you actually planned it in here. So here we have this shift variable, which is gonna get changed to plus if we go to the right side, and we go to the left side, we do minus. And so you understand what these values are. In our step event, and we just go through the code, because first of all we need to have an input from the player. Therefore I have a little variable which I called can press. This is kind of a blocker, so I'm saying, hey, you can press now. And then if we are pressing the keyboard to the left or to the right, we say, hey, now you cannot press, and then we go into a state, and in this state we do the whole movement, and then the hot swapping in the end, because this is what I do. I just move, and then if we are hitting a maximum value which we want to hit, so to the left 180 minus, or to the right 180 pixels, then everything's getting resetted, and then we say, hey, can press is true again after we finish the whole thing and we hot swapped. And this is how it works. So once again, we're just having this value, pressing the keyboard to the left or to the right, and then we say, hey, my friend, you cannot do anything again. So basically we lock out the player and go into a state. So let's go, for example, for the right state, because I guess this is the easy one to understand, but the left one is, well, basically almost the same. Here we have a little ease function. Of course, you can completely kill that and just say something like so kill this and just say hey shift. So this is the value. For example, we're going to the right and then we're saying hey shift plus a specific amount, or if you want to have it even easier, we go for, let's say 5, because this is how I set it up, 5 pixels per step. But let's make it a little bit more smoothly, and therefore I just give it a ease function, give it a destination of 200. Of course this is a little bit higher than we actually need, but at some point we are reaching well, the value which we want to get. So I'm just saying hey, if the shift, which is being, well, changed by the ease function, so we're just having once here a setup, so we're just saying hey set once for the ease function. So every time we are in this state, we are setting up our ease function anew. So here we want to start at 0, destination 200, then with a duration of half a second, and the time, well, 0 because it is starting. And then, well, if you have seen my other tutorials on ease functions, pretty much cookie cutter standard stuff. And then we're just changing the shift, so this value is getting up, and at some point it will be big and too big, and this value I call shift max. So this is 180 pixels, because, well, once we go into the room, you cannot see this. So if we're having, this is the middle position, here we have 180 to the left and to the right once again, and therefore we need to we cannot reach, or we shouldn't overreach this value. So this is getting bigger. Once it's hitting 180, it's saying hey great, kill the state which we're in, this go right or go left, and we can press the button again. Then the shift value is getting zeroed again. So it would, for example, look like something like this. We are going and then it's going back, snapping back to its position. But before it's snapping back to the position, we kind of do like a hot swap. So we do something like this, and so we're going to the right, then we are changing the indexes, what I showed you in the beginning. So this is the idea behind it. And therefore we just reset this shift so we can use it again, because the original starting positions are the same, but they look different, but they are in the end not. Of course, hey, set once is this thing for our ease function, for the ease function, and then we need to reset it again, because here this is just we're hitting this endpoint, and then we are resetting quite a few things, and then later on, or during this one process, because this is just one step. So once again, step, we can press reset the shift. We need to reset the ease, because we need to, well, set it every time new we go into this kind of state. And now we need to hot swap our ease, our index points, which are those guys here. So for the left, to the middle, and to the right. Therefore we're just checking, hey, because we are going to the right, is the index which we're having, is it bigger than 0? Great, then we -1. Why do we -1? Well, because let's go in here. For example, if we are going to the right, so we're moving those guys bam 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 to the right, then we need the thing to the left side, and therefore we go minus. And of course we cannot go over 5, because this is where the sprite ends. So this is what I do. I'm just saying, hey, are you over 0? Great, then you -1 to the index. If not, so therefore we have an else, we go to the opposite side, which is 5, because this is the maximum value which we can have. This is the same we do for the middle position, again the else, and again for the right position. So this is the whole cookie cutter stuff, and the same stuff we do for the go left side. So if you're pressing left, then we once again set up our ease function, same thing, but here with a destination of -200, because, well, we want to go to the left side, and then we're just checking, hey, is our shift, which is going into minus values, is it smaller even than the maximum value minus the realm, so minus the shift max. And then once again, kill the state. We can press again, the shift is gonna get zeroed, and we can set our is function the next time again. And once again, as you can see here, now we need to go to plus values for those indexes. So these guys here, once again, because now if we're going to the left, well, we need the thing on the right side of those indexes. So here, for example, we need this guy, and if we're moving here, we need this guy, and therefore we just go plus, and if it's bigger than 5, because well, we would go out of bounds, which we don't want, therefore we go to the other side, which is on the left. Now the 0 value, and this is what we do for the left index, for the middle, and for the right. So basically cookie cutter stuff. And once, for example, we start it, then you will see, well, you will see the same stuff I showed you a few seconds ago. So this is the thing, and of course the ease function is making it a little bit pop more nicely, which I like. So it's getting a bam, and then it's getting inside. Of course, maybe you want to draw something below, like a text, easy peasy. So this is how you can do this, but this is just the bonus. So if you wanted to know how to do that in GameMaker Studio, the hot swapping, then we are pretty much finished. But here, just checking, hey, what kind of image index am I having? So if I'm 0, then I write the text, which I define at the start at nothing, and then reset it as sun, moon, desert planet, or hot potato, depending what kind of position you are. Then I'm just drawing it below. This is the whole magic and nothing more. So I guess in the next video tutorial I will do maybe an advanced one if you guys want it. So basically let's put in here, so maybe a little more advanced system where you have more positions, or which is more dynamic, and then maybe the one is fading out and this one is fading out, and depending, for example, if we, let's say, go to the right, then for example the one which is going to the right is fading out, and this one which is moving inside, so this one which is going here, so the sun is going in there, then it would, from an image alpha of 0, would go into 1, and the one which is going out, bam, you're gone. So basically the left position, the right position is not visible, but they slide it in, well, a little bit more effectively, or let's say more pleasing to the eye. But this is not part of this tutorial, so if you want that, write me a comment if you guys actually want it. If not, I would just do another tutorial. So that was it for today, and hopefully you didn't get confused by the whole stuff. That was it. Have a good one. One up in.